In this episode, I will be converting a Class 66 by Graham Farish from brush to coreless. Stick around. Hi, and welcome back to a new episode. Today I want to bring this Class 66 back to life. I can see that this motor does not have a flywheel on it. One second, let me remove these. And all there is a new motor without any flywheels. At least the prop shops are there. But I might do something different. I've been wanting to try this for a long time. I want to put in a coreless motor. This is what this video is all about. Converting what would be an N20 motor, which 95% of Graham Farish trains use as a powertrain, and I want to convert this locomotive to a coreless motor. Now, as you can see, it doesn't fit easily, it doesn't fit at all. In fact, there's a lot of grinding and milling to be done, but I don't wish to do that. I have a few old 37s where I milled out the chassis, but that was before I had my 3D printer. Last Christmas I was gifted a 3D printer by my woman and her kids, and I found a new part of the hobby I never knew existed. It's not as much as printing scale palettes or stuff like that. No, it's more designing and printing something like this. This morning it clicked. I said, why am I going to stop packing in here to fit the motor when I can print something where's the motor? Which is the same size of the motor. Here. It fits instead of the motor and can house the new motor in there. Voila. And we have a housed coreless motor. And the only challenge I have, which I've already faced on a Dapol 33, is connecting that shaft, wait a minute, this shaft to this end here. Obviously, this will go. So what I will do is remove these. Now on the double ones, I just pull these out. They were a bit stiff, but eventually, there you are, they give way. And now I have, let me put this on this side, so it can be on the same side as the motor. Let me turn this around. So now I have two shafts, and in between I'm going to use silicone tubing. Let me cut a piece to size and I'll show it to you. Be right back. Okay, I cut a couple of pieces. I've installed one side. I have yet to remove it and glue the ends, obviously. And I hope I'm in focus. So I'm holding the motor down so it doesn't turn. And I can't see it properly. Then put some more light on. Maybe this is better here. Let me get some light on that. Nope. Let me turn it. Yeah, now you can see the worm gear. Obviously, I'm turning the silicone here, and there goes the worm gear. So as a drive, I have drive all the way to the worm gear. Now, off camera, I'm going to set up the other side and glue both of them. So then I can sandwich the motor in there. But before that I need to solder 2 wires there, so I can have 2 wires coming out of the chassis once I close it. So until then. Okay, I glued the silicone in place, mounted it all in place, and also soldered these 2 wires to the motor, which eventually I will connect to the board above. So here's the other half of the chassis. Let's slide this on here. Oops, hang on. Off again. Off again. Fidgety. Go in there again. I need the little grommet. Come on, there. That's in place, and here goes. Fidgety again. There. There. And so far so good. Put these clips on to secure the 2 halves of the chassis together. There. Now for the fun part. I need to strip this and I could never get this particular red wire for some reason to strip, so I'll have to come on. Let's see. Nope. I don't know what it is with this wire, but I could never get it to strip properly. I can't hold it, it's too thin and slippery. So, let's see. Nope, it just breaks. I need to strip it. Just the edge. Just the edge. Come on. Again. Okay, we got a piece. So that out the way. Now I want to get a 12-volt supply. DC in this case. Not you. From here. Here we are. And now I'm going to supply 12 volts to that motor. Oops. Again, fidgety. There. Oop. Ooh, it's noisy. Okay. I know what the noise is, and I can do something about it. It's the motor inside the... here. I think I'll glue it. I glue the motor inside the housing. Other than that, it's very smooth. Okay. Let me fix that and I'll get back to you. Okay, I've sorted that out. And not as silent as I was hoping it would be. But this is because it's not the motor that makes the noise. I mean, the motor on its own is very silent. This is a prototype. I'm no expert engineer, you know. I just made it the way I figured it should be, so it could work. I'm sure there's room for improvement in my design, but you know what? It works. Temporarily, I connected these 2 cables coming from a 12-volt supply, DC, and I'm going to hold them like this. I'm going to apply power and switch polarity then. Here goes. Yeah, not bad. Now what I have to do is assemble the remaining parts for it. And try it out on the track. Be right back. Okay, done. Installed the motor. I set it up on I-train and it's ready to go. Let me show you. At the moment it is 66111. It's a spare body I had, which I won't use on it, but eventually I will renumber it when I find the courage to try it. But wait, that's not it. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to send this one out. Here. There you are. (66111) also. I gave it a different ID for the time being, 112, just so DCC setup can address it. Yeah, the gears on the bogies, I don't know, they may need replacing. One of them is a spring gear for sure, and there's a grinding noise, and the noise is not coming from the motor for sure. So anyway, we're done. That's it. I'm very happy to say I successfully converted a regular Class 66 by Farish from an N20 motor to a Coreless motor. It makes a lot of difference, I tell you. Much smoother as a motor, and for me, much more affordable, about €2 a motor from AliExpress. That's all there is to it. Have a good day.